Okay. Last night I was gonna do some games, but I ended up just doing puzzles, and I felt pretty fine about that. Um, I'm going to play games now. I've been doing pretty well lately. I got close to 1400 again on Lead Chess, but the the calculation that I was doing last night is a lot harder to do in a game because of time pressure and stuff. I guess I'm not that close to 1400. I'm 1335. Um, and now, they're playing whenever I do a Nimzo and they do some random thing, the I'm supposed to transpose into like some other opening that I don't know, but I just do this. It's very suboptimal, but like this at least allows like this is my so they prevent me from bringing the bishop out anywhere too relevant. Um, I'm trying to think like I'm tempted to just play bishop e7 and get ready to castle. That feels so passive. The thing is, if I go d5, it's not really seeming that good. Um, like a knight move looks good to me, but my problem with d5 is like I'm losing the ability to support this pawn to push it, and then this bishop gets stuck. I could fianchetto. I'm tempted to just try fianchettoing like right now. I'm gonna actually try that. I never do this. I feel like I want to see what the engine says about this idea, but yeah. All right. Yeah, so Fianchetto here at least targets, but if he plays d5, um, is quite bad for me. No, I'll have the bishop on there. Okay, I think it's okay. I'm gonna try this. But like this isn't a point where I'm calculating too hard. Like I don't think I can afford to do intense line calculation this early in the opening. Maybe I'm wrong, but typically I don't feel especially comfortable spending like huge amounts of time calculating opening lines when, you know, at some point I have to start this. Okay, so let's see. What is this isn't really what I expected them to do. This is kicking my knight out, but I can just jump to d5. And they can trade, but that feels like a good trade for me, honestly. Um I don't really see another move. So if I go d5, he takes on d5, I take with the pawn. My king has been opened up, but I can just block it with the bishop and then castle. I'm not they haven't actually developed anything. I think this is okay. I'm just gonna do it. And like it's not really opened up. Like this pawn will well, it has some real pressure on me. I guess it's worth being a bit worried about, but actually I can take back with the bishop. I just should have realized that. Yeah. This fianchettoed bishop feels pretty good here, honestly. Like, yeah, if he just takes back and I just take with the bishop, I don't have to work, I don't have to expose my king. Some consideration that I actually want this open because I'm probably going to castle before they are, and then I have an open file. But it's the issue is like I have to develop my bishop to e7, which blocks the file, and it ends up being a lot of moves to get the open file. I'd kind of rather just take with the bishop and get it on a more active square if they take back. Um, Curious if they don't take back. what I would plan to do. Yeah, they don't take back. They just uh, add pressure. So if I take this gets taken and then I'm in trouble. Um, so I don't want to do that. I kind of want to play knight c6 here. Feels actually quite good. Uh, so I play knight c6. What if they go like bishop b5 in response? Um, I don't think it matters. I think I just take that knight, and then this is well, no, I don't want to lose my revealed attack. I kind of want to defend this bishop more than anything else. Feels kind of goofy to move my queen here, though. It just feels like the wrong kind of move to make. Um, if I do nothing, this is defended twice still. I feel like I should develop the bishop, honestly, so that I can castle. I don't want to use all my time trying to find like there's probably some kind of tactic here which I wish I could find, but like if I think they're gonna play bishop c4, um, which may actually be an issue. Let's see if bishop c4, and then if I go like b5, that's just hanging the pawn, so that doesn't work at all. Um, if I just take the knight, I have the same issue with this bishop and the rook that I did before. I could play c6 to add a defender, and that also prevents their knight from jumping in here. I think that looks good. Yeah, that's probably what I'll do. I'm not even sure they're going to play that move, but their development is really bad. This is blocked. This would be a reasonable move that I wouldn't be surprised to see. Okay, they do that. They're just going to castle queenside then. Okay, that makes sense. Mm, I'm going to castle. I'm thinking of actually just playing knight c6. Like I need to open. The problem with this rook is that it can't move. Um, if I can just move in and defend this, it sucks doing this because I don't have that revealed attack. But like honestly, I don't want to plan like a 5 move sequence to attack this with a revealed attack, and then it just moves out of the way anyway. I don't think that's especially strong. Um, with that said, it's really the only square I gotta go. I'm just gonna. I think it's a good move. Like regardless of other factors. Um, because now I'm pressuring 2 undefended pawns. Well, this is defended, but you know, like this is undefended. So probably they're gonna play knight e2. Yep. Um, Okay, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna try to set up this revealed attack. It's gonna be It's gonna be hard to pull off. Like this knight, I can just take this. Let's see. I think I take. I probably should be thinking harder about what my opponent is actually gonna do here. It's just that there's so many things that they could do, and my moves aren't really like forcing really. Um, so I don't know how they're gonna like. They need to develop. This bishop is never getting out. It feels like. There's not really an obvious place for them to like go in. This still is pretty annoying. Like I probably would just play a6 in response to that. Yeah, I mean this isn't really a good move. Like it just gets their knight doesn't have enough support or whatever. Okay, interesting. So they're gonna try to get their bishop out here. All right, so let's actually calculate. I take here. They take back with either. They're probably not taking with the pawn. They're gonna take with a knight or a bishop. Um, let us assume that they take with. This is actually really bad for them that they moved this pawn, I think. So I take here. Let's assume they take with the knight. Then I just take this pawn because it's revealing an attack. And this is defended. If they move their queen out of the way, I'm going to take their rook. Is there anything that their queen could do to really threaten me? I go take. I don't think they can get out of this. Let's see if I calculated it correctly, though. Um, I kind of looked at both. I don't feel like it really matters which they do here because I'm going to X-ray the queen and the rook. Like, before they moved this pawn, it wasn't such a strong attack because it was just kind of like, yeah, I mean, I'm gonna. And also worth noting, like, this actually attacks the queen as well. They take with the bishop. Okay. I want to look at what they're most likely to not notice the queen on. They're going to see me attacking the queen no matter what, though. I think I'd rather take this pawn. Like this opens the rook, which I don't want to do, and it lets them retake with the bishop, which is probably better for them. So I'm going to do this, and they should be in trouble now because this is. I tried to calculate. I didn't see a move that they could make. They can't defend this rook. They can't defend the queen and the rook. They don't have like a. They don't have a counter threat with this queen that is enough to make me like not just take the rook. I think most likely they play like queen e3, which then I take the rook and then they can just take my knight, which is undefended. And then they have this battery with the bishop here. Um I mean, my knight is already hanging by this pawn. Yeah, but that's what I thought they were gonna do. Okay. So I take they they probably take with the queen so that they get the battery. Then they can move this and have this battery pointed here. So I'm still gonna take the rook. I expect them to take here. Um, and then I think I'm gonna play bishop f6 to block the battery and to tempo out the queen. And this is defended by the queen, so they can't by my queen, so they can't get in there. Uh, they take with the pawn. Didn't really expect that. Kind of want to just play here now. I guess, wait, this is an even better X-ray, but this isn't. I could try to set this up. Oh, it's defended, actually. Fuck. This is just game over. I wish I would have seen that ahead of time, but I didn't think they were going to take with the pawn. Like, although even, yeah, if they had taken with the queen, I couldn't have done this. Oh shit, dude. So stupid. Okay. Well, it's not game over. They can block it. I just forgot. I just wasn't registering that that could go so far. It's kind of annoying. All right. Let's see. I don't have any counter threats here. This is actually not a great position. Like this bishop is in danger of not getting out. This is like if I go back here, I'm concerned that I can't save the bishop basically. But like if he just pushes, uh, go here, here. They can't move that pawn. If I just do nothing and they go here, I'm trapped. So I go here, they go here. I have to like move my this middle pawn up, which isn't feeling good. Okay, I'm gonna bail out completely. I don't want to deal with that. This should actually, this, I don't think they can trap this bishop now that I think about it. Like, the only way they can trap it is putting a piece in front of it, and I'll just take the piece. I have to watch out for a revealed rook attack, but this bishop currently can only move into the, it could go here, I guess. But then if they do that, I'll just get out. And now I can look at like something like this, just hitting this queen as many times as I can and getting it on an active square again and opening the diagonal for my queen. Although this diagonal is just shut off. The queen's not going to do anything there, but at least I can get the queen in here to get in there eventually. Uh, Man, I really don't know what they're going to do. Like, they don't seem to have any good moves available. I feel like bishop h3 is a, it's not like amazing, but it reveals an attack. It develops a piece that's currently in the way and not doing anything. and I don't see a way for me to easily attack it. So that's what I would do if I were white right now. You could also look at knight, like knight d4. It doesn't look great, but like you want to get that knight like somewhere else, you know. You want to it's currently like not being able to threaten anything really. It's not really defending anything. It's just kind of like there. So I would want to get it somewhere else. Okay, yeah. Although now I can just pin it. Yeah, I'm just gonna pin it, and then if they move their pawn, if they go b4, I'll just take. A little bit scary though, letting if they take with the queen and have like all this pressure here, it's kind of bad for me maybe. But I am getting kind of low on time. I think I just need to go for this. I'm expecting b4 take, then they take with their queen. Uh, then I could bring the bishop back or something. Oh, they do that. Oh, that's interesting. Yeah. I mean, this is like fine for me just to take the bishop then. Anything else better I could do? I'm just gonna take it. Now I kind of want to push this pawn before they can start like this creates a pretty big threat, I think. Could also go like queen e7 and just target it directly, but I think I want to push the pawn. Like basically I just want to get an open file here to give like a route that I can attack into. And I don't think like I'm not calculating as much as I should maybe, but I've been kind of calculating like I don't see any threats that they have right now. Like they don't have any setup. This knight can't go anywhere. So I just calculated like if they push here, I'm just going to keep pushing the pawn to get one more pawn off and then have an open file. If they take, I'll just take back and then I have an open file and I have a passed pawn. And then I can get my queen in there too. Like, you know, I can just start using the open file. And like, aside from that, like, what do they have as far as counterplay goes that where they can, like, in one move, how are they going to diffuse this? And I just don't see it. And the biggest problem right now is like my rooks aren't doing anything. I need to get the open file. So that's like the priority. Okay, so they do that. I said I was just going to keep pushing if this happens. Any reason to change my mind on that? I think maybe I should move the rook over before I push it. Uh, do I need to push here? What are they going to do? Just going to push it. I'm watching, like, I know that when I go here, the queen can just take, for example, or the pawn can take, but I wanted to have a rook here, but I wasn't sure it was worth doing. Like, really, I just want the open file, right? Um, I think one of the issues, though, is like, if I just go here and they take, like, I don't actually get an open file because the queen is guarding it. And like, I don't have any pieces that can point at it. Hmm. I mean, technically the file gets open, but I don't see how I do anything with it right away. Maybe I just rook, like, move my rook to here and get, I mean, this defended too. It's like annoying, but maybe I need to get my queen on the diagonal or something. Then I could like play here and infiltrate with my queen. Yeah, I don't think this was a correct, maybe this move was incorrect, but I think usually when you get a pawn advanced more, it just creates a, like each square the pawn gets deeper, the better it is. And even if it's not immediately doing something, it's creating a later threat. Oh, they fork me. Fuck. Well, this they must. Yeah, this is really bad. I didn't see this. Now I like immediately see it. Obviously, quite bad. So this will even up the score basically. It could be worse. Actually, this is pretty bad because if I go here, they can go here and fork my queen. So that's the trap. If I go here, it's even worse for me. Um, but so I have to go here is the only move I have, which is, I guess it doesn't make a difference really. Yeah, it sucks that I didn't notice that. I usually when a knight is so close in on me, I check stuff like that, but I just didn't. I just did not see the pin. Like it was just bad board vision. Couldn't see it. Need to practice that. Okay. So if they take that and I take with my king, they start they can't really get their queen here though, so they could go here though. Check. Okay, take, check, I take back. They go here with another check. I squirm down. Then this is undefended. They take this. They've infiltrated with a rook behind. If I go here, they take. I go here. Then I can go here unless they've already taken here. Actually, that's not. I don't want to go there because they can reveal. I need to make a move though, man. I'm gonna go here. I haven't been able to calculate it, unfortunately. But I want to make my queen active. This makes it very, very active and gives me potential stuff I can do. I kind of doubt they're going to take here. I think they're going to play queen e4. No, they're not. I would just take that with the bishop. So yeah, they can't. If they, this just seems like I don't think they have enough material to make that work. Like they need an extra piece or something to really win from there. I think take, check, and then I go like just back here, and like how are they going to get in now? They're not. So that doesn't work. Um, and now I'm thinking of playing like f bishop f3 maybe. That doesn't really do anything though. That just kind of like allows them to force trades maybe. Hmm. I think I just play rook a8 and then push the pawn. I have to be really careful. This is like really risky. They moved the bishop. Okay, yeah, they're going in there. Okay. I don't know if I can do rook a8 anymore. What if I just push right now? They take. Then they infiltrate. If I just go here, they're just going to take this. I kind of want to go here. Doesn't look good. I'm going to do this because they can't infiltrate immediately or I'm just going to get in. Um, so they have to take this and then I'll just defend it, I think. And now I can target this later. So I go queen a7. They can just push the pawn to have it defended by the queen. And then I'm not really sure what I do. Okay. Uh, now it can't be defended by the queen, so it doesn't seem like a good move unless I'm missing something. Because this is going to be a check. But if they push this and I take it, then this is pinned. So This move didn't make sense to me. And obviously time is a big thing here. I can probably just win on time if I don't blunder. They're very likely to make some big mistake at this point. And this I know this bishop is still here, but they've moved all of their pawns to dark squares, and it might eventually be able to come in and do something. Like I have this. I think if I'm able to check this, and I might be able to get the bishop in somehow. But we'll see maybe I just win here. Usually with the interval, it's oh that was just hanging. Fucking idiot. Just literally just hanging the whole time. The whole game is just hanging, and I just didn't realize it was hanging. Okay, well, let's go here. I can't believe I didn't notice that. My opponent didn't notice it either. Like they just suddenly realized that. I don't really have counterplay here. Like see if I can just force them to blunder by checking. I'm just gonna trade. I think I have the time advantage. It should be good for me to do this. And that's probably not a wise trade, but I'm trying to leverage time advantage here. They're gonna get a ton of time now, though. Maybe they misplay. They can en passant there. Fuck. Maybe they'll forget about it. They never forget about it. So they go en passant. I think I have to fall back with my king, which is okay. They forget about en passant. That's good. Um, this check doesn't seem especially good. I'm just gonna take here because, like, what was I was looking at if I, yeah. I'm gonna try to. Actually, I have no way to get around. That was a wasted move. I just can't get in. I'm gonna have to do like a pawn break. I'm gonna move back here. It's stupid, but I'm gonna move back. Oh, fuck, I forgot about that. I knew that was hanging, forgot about it too. Just try to stay on dark squares. I think I lost for sure now. Really frustrating. Can I trap this bishop? That would be insane. I don't think I can. This is defended. You can just go here actually, and I'm just trying to draw at this point, basically. Frustrating that I blundered it this game. I'm gonna get this is Soup's fun. I can't get out of this. I can take the bishop if they take that. They 100% have to take that. I don't know. Maybe they can like go here and eventually get their bishop. Yeah, I can't. If their bishop has enough moves to defend. Oh, they just go. Hmm. I think with the check that they get, this might not do it. But if I go here, it might delay enough that I can get. Uh, but they can just like play this or something. No. Yeah. Uh, can they actually win though? I feel like they can't actually win. They probably, if they ever move the bishop, I'm gonna promote. If I just go like this, what can they do? The problem is their king, right? They can just use their king. No, it's the Suk Swang is gonna get me. I just can't make a move. Although I'm protecting, they should just pick off my pawn. Like if they just move their knight, their king here, what am I gonna do? Like I actually have zero defense against that. Although, yeah, they do it. Okay. Um. Okay. We're gonna just trade the passed pawns then. Ooh, that can't have been right, right? Well, they still have their bishop though. Yeah. It's over because this bishop can just sit here and defend those, and now they can just move their king over here and win. This is actually defended as well. Zero blunders, really? I guess it's not done analyzing. What in the name of God is this move? Oh, yeah, okay. That was yeah, that was that revealed attack. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, so that revealed attack gave me an advantage, obviously, but they didn't even want me to take the rook. God, I hate that shit. Oh, you fucking kidding me? I could have just take this was the game. This is the game changer. It was their fork that they got. And it was actually just a blunder, basically. That sucks to not see that. Also, when I hung that, that was those are really bad um, moments in the game for sure. Not much else to say there. I would say when I play the Italian game, 50% of the time my opponent plays the two nice defense. Okay, they don't for once. Oh, man, they know the line. That's scary. They decline the gambit. Uh, I think I just go here anyway, right? Right. So I just have to be really careful. This is forking, but it's defended currently by my knight. So I got to make sure I don't move that knight until this bishop is out of the way. Um, their knight really. What? Okay. I guess I didn't expect them to do this, but it does make sense. And stuff too. It just makes it harder for them to get attacks going. I can also attack the rook if I wanted. I think they're going to try to do something like this. I'm going to do this even though I'm giving them, which I don't really like, but I want to connect my rooks. And this is my my last undeveloped piece. It feels I was thinking about playing h3 just to prevent the but I don't think the knight going there really creates much of a threat. And this also like I can still do that after because they have to move their rook, you know. I am gonna do this. I never know when you're supposed to do this, but like long term, I expected them to play this. I don't really. This didn't seem good to me. Take, take. I have one, two, three. They have one, two, three. Probably should have calculated that longer, honestly. Like take. Oh, I did. I miscalculated it. Fuck, didn't I? They take with pawn. I take with bishop. They take with knight, and then I'm out. Yeah, I fucked that up. Damn it. Um, I need something better than just like moving out of the way or something. I always have issues with this. Like when my opponent doesn't develop their pieces, like they actually all their shit is actually defended. It's like, I know if you know what you're doing, you can punish this, but I can't. I'm fine being down a pawn. I don't care about being down a pawn, but I want to find a way to convert this to like a favorable spot for me somehow. I could take the open file. It doesn't really accomplish much. Oh, this is actually a threat. I just realized that's both hitting me. Let's just do this then. Creates a potential battery. I might be able to get really cheesy here and just cheese out the win, like get them tangled up in this exchange, and then suddenly just go here, checkmate. Like if I take here, if they just get focused on the takes, like take, they take, and then I just push the pawn up like I'm attacking this, and they just snap take back, I go checkmate. Let's see if it works. Actually, oh no, they can take this pawn if they really want, and